Hello and welcome everyone to the John M. Huntsman Center on the University of Utah campus in Salt Lake City, Utah for quarterfinal action of the 5A UHSAA Girls Basketball State Championships here on the KSL Sports Rewind Network. I'm Nate Thatcher and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here with us tonight as we get ready to watch a rematch between the 10-seed Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the 2-seed Bountiful Braves. For Maple Mountain, the Golden Eagles are coming off of a great upset on the road against another Region 6 opponent in the Olympus Titans. But now the path becomes significantly harder as they will have to face, once again, the mighty three-peat champion Bountiful Braves. If we go back to early December, that was the last time these two teams met, and it was Bountiful who came out with the win, but it was only by 5 points. Maple Mountain is looking to rewrite history, and they're looking to do it when it matters most and in the grandest of stages. Junior Leah Bailey will be the star player to look out for tonight as she tries to take her team to their first state championship. Meanwhile, for Bountiful, the Braves are looking as dominant as ever as they look to make not only a statement here tonight, but continue to forge a path for another dynasty alongside Lone Peak. Coach Burton's girls are doing what they do best, and that's winning ball games. Bountiful has only 2 losses on the year, but one of those was in the last regular game of the season against Alta. Sure, that's a top 5 seed, and the Braves have already got a second-round win in their belt. But are they really over the hump? Will they show up to play when it matters most? I'm expecting them to, as well as their fans. And there is perhaps no player expecting more than Malika Satuala, who will surely have her hands full again with this tough Golden Eagles team. Who will come out on top? We're about to find out on the Rewind Sports Network. They're introducing the starting lineups on the floor. They just introduced Maple Mountain. We'll introduce both of them for you here. We'll start with the Golden Eagles. They just introduced Ashlyn Lanehart, Shay Brown, and Leah Bailey as the captain starting alongside Autumn Jones and Sarah Palmer. For the Bountiful Braves, they'll go with Captain Adelaide Stevenson and Charlotte Johnson, with Malika Satuala, Brenna Castleton, and Malia Nelson. The Golden Eagles are led by third-year head coach Dave Lanehart, boasting a 43-31 record. And the Braves led by 18th-year head coach Joel Burton, who has a 281-138 record, and as mentioned, 4-time state champion in 2016, 2023, 2024, and 2025. As mentioned, looking to get that 4-peat this year. Maple Mountain in their road black with gold trim, and the Braves in their home white with red and gray trim. Bountiful will be moving right to left on your screen as you see them. Maple Mountain left to right. Once again, so good to have you here with us. Grateful that you're joining us. Our referees tonight are Stacy Polson, Jordan Downs, and Reed Monson as Bountiful collects the tip and will start things off on offense. Here's Satuala at the top of the key. She's going to pass left side. Here's Stevenson. Cross court right side. Now down low in the paint. Layup is up and short. Missed that time from Johnson, but it kicks out. And three-pointer up and no good. And that miss came from Nelson. Here come the Golden Eagles the other direction. They bring it back out with Bailey. Bailey's going to move right, looking to get that screen from Palmer. She does, but she's met with a double team straight off of it. She's got to get out of there, and she does. Now Palmer's open down low for 2. Overshoots, gets her own rebound, put back up and in. And the Golden Eagles lead it 2-0. Great start for Maple Mountain as they lead it just about a minute into this game. Oh, and a beautiful backdoor cut. And a wide open layup that converts for Malia Nelson. And just like that, it's 2-2. Here comes Maple Mountain the other direction. Shay Brown cross court to Jones. Looking to get a right screen from Palmer. She's not going to take it. So she's going to hand off back over to Brown. Brown picks up her dribble right side of the paint. Kick out Bailey. Bailey drives baseline, tries to dish to Palmer. She collects. 5 seconds on the shot clock as the layup is denied out of bounds. Last touched by the Golden Eagles, but great defense down low by Charlotte Johnson. And we're still tied up at 2 apiece. Braves are going to bring it across half court. Here's Nelson at the logo, looking to move left side. Satuala from deep. Too strong, no good. Rebound out to Palmer. Here's Brown. And Brown gets picked off. Satuala wide open for a layup. And that's defense turning into offense, folks. Braves averaging almost 12 steals a contest. Here's Brown, moving right side, now bringing it back out to the top of the key. Dishes right, Bailey for three. No good, but she's fouled from outside. So she is going to head to the free throw line to shoot 3 free throws. The 5'8" junior guard, one of the top scorers in the entire state. She ranks 10th in the 801 in scoring at 20.2 points per game. As the first free throw is up and too strong off back iron. She's also #1 in the state of Utah in 3-pointers made, and you can see why she loves to shoot from downtown. And she's really good at finding open teammates, averages about 3 assists a game as well. Second free throw up and in, tickles the twine. And that cuts the lead down to 1 at 4-3. Bailey, one of the 3 captains for this Golden Eagles team, goes 2 for 3 from the line, tie things up at 4. So Stevenson will bring it across at the logo. She's slowly shifting to her left. Now we've got a couple backdoor screens set up right side. Here's Satuala. Nice dish down low. Satuala tried to go up, couldn't get it. But then there's another steal and another putback opportunity for Malika Satuala. And that is now 2 steals converting to 2 layups for number 11. And Bountiful back up 6-4. Here's Brown. Looking to find Bailey. Now she's going to bring it back out, guarded closely by Stevenson. Now right side, Lanehart. Lanehart in a one-on-one. Satuala almost got the steal again, but leaves Lanehart open for a moment. Dish down low to Palmer, layup up and in. And the freshman center putting in work down low early on here in the first. And we're tied again at 6. Here's Nelson, handoff Satuala. Malika looking to get a screen right, she takes it. Pass to the right. Stevenson, back left to Nelson. Nelson's gonna drive, layup, no good, gets her own rebound, kicks it out, 3-pointer up, and in, Adelaide Stevenson. And it's 9-6. Here's Bailey picking up her dribble, and this Bountiful defense is suffocating. Here's Bailey from college, 3, no good. And rebound out to Nelson. Nelson's got it. Is she gonna go quick? She is. Oh, great move down low, but leaves it just a little bit too strong off the glass. Last touch by the Braves. So it's gonna head back Maple Mountain's direction. Couple more substitutions coming in. Bailey's gonna check out. And it's gonna be Taisley Ball checking in for Maple Mountain. Miley Murdoch also checking in for the Braves. So here's Jones looking to get a screen. Oh, splits the double team, loses the basketball. I believe it was last touch by the legs of the Braves, and they're going to say that it was. So it's going to stay here with Maple Mountain with about 3.5 minutes to go here in the first. Another substitution coming in as Palmer is going to check out. And it's going to be Jemima Griffin coming in. 30-second timeout called on the floor. We'll take it with him. It's 9-6 Bountiful here on KSLSports.com. Back at the Huntsman Center as Bailey looking to drive baseline, tries to kick it out. Bountiful tips it off for just a moment. Golden Eagles trail it 9-6. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Jones, right side with ball. Ball cross court left. Basketball lost for just a moment, still lost. They're going to have to put up a half-court shot from the logo. No good, and that's going to be a shot clock violation as the basketball did not touch rim. And Bountiful with excellent defense once more in the half court. So Nelson brings it across. Looking to get a screen left. She's got it. And now pick and pop is disrupted. It goes right back to Nelson. Handoff Stevenson. Now over to Murdoch. Back to Nelson. Left side, Murdoch's gonna drive. Goes up with her right and gets it to drop. And it's our first 2-possession lead now for Bountiful at 11-6. Here's Bailey. Looking to drive. Kick out. And Jones swirling around. Brings it back up to the logo. Calls out the play. 15 seconds on the shot clock. After a couple early buckets, this half-court offense has been stalled just slightly. Here's Bailey. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She's got to drive. She does. Splits the double team. Floater up. No good. But it was last touched by, they're going to say it was last touched by Maple Mountain. So another great defensive possession by Bountiful. More substitutions coming in as Bailey Gilson checks in. And Malika Satuala back in as well for the Braves. Alongside Charlotte Johnson. Here's Murdoch, far side. She's going to kick it out in the corner. Here's Johnson. Back out to Satuala. Pump fakes a 3, almost stolen away by Jones. Satuala's going to weave past the defense. Floater up and rattles through. Bountiful on a nice run right now as they lead at 13-6. Under 2 to go here in the first. And Brown asking for some help near side. Hands it off. It's ball up to Bailey at half court. And Bailey's going to be fouled by Gilson as she was looking to drive. So that'll be Gilson's first, team's second here in the opening period. Bailey's going to inbound. And it goes right back to Bailey, who's open for a layup. Oh, and it goes in. Nice shot. It sat on top of the backside of the rim for just a second. He thought it was going to fall off, but it drops through for number 23. Oh, behind the back pass for Satuala. Somehow finds its way over to Gilson for 3. It doesn't drop. Rebound out to ball, but she's trapped in the corner. I believe this is going to be a jump. No, they're going to call timeout. And a nice call that time by Coach Lanehart. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here as the Redhawks lead at 13-8 here on KSL Sports Rewind. The Golden Eagles come into today's game with a 16-9 record, 4-3 in region play, where they finished 4th in Region 7 behind Pleasant Grove, Wasatch, and Springville. The Braves coming in at 22-2, 11-1 in region play. Of course, that last region loss came in their final game of the regular season, as we mentioned in pregame. And they finished first overall in Region 6 with Alta, the team that beat them, coming in behind them at 10-2 in second. Olympus trailing in third, followed by Woods Cross, Brighton, Viewmont, and Skyline. Bountiful and Alta in the quarterfinals. And in Region 7, it was Wasatch, Pleasant Grove. Wasatch came up just short in overtime the game before this as they faced the 3-seed West Panthers. So now Bailey has it at the logo. Her team trails by 5. Nice screen for Bailey in the far corner. She's in a one-on-one. Step back 3. No good. Rebound out to Orchard. Here's Murdoch. The other direction to Satuala. Johnson brings it back up to Murdoch. Cross-court pass Gilson. Gilson's going to drive, but then she's met with great defense that time by Brown. Murdoch has it, top of the key. Kick out once again. Gilson open once more from the perimeter. No good. And rebound out to Jemima Griffin. Brown leaks out in transition, then kicks it back out to Bailey. Bailey met with a double team, kicks it out to Jones for 3. No good. Oh, nice rebound by Brown down low. Can't get the layup. And Jemima's trying to fight for it. And the Braves end up getting it. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's the Redhawks leading the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 13-8 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Back at the John M. Huntsman Center as we get ready for second quarter action as the Bountiful Redhawks lead the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 13-8 in a back and forth affair. Golden Eagles starting with the basketball here in the second period. Brown's going to bring it across, guarded by Murdoch. Dribbles right side. Trying to find a teammate, and she does, in Lanehart, who finds Bailey at the tip of the logo. Looking to get a screen from Palmer. Bailey's going to drive. She's met with a double team. Nice backdoor cut by Brown, but it was tipped by Bountiful. So it's going to stay here with Maple Mountain with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Bailey's going to inbound. Box formation. She finds Palmer. And Bailey, listening to the crowd. Oh my goodness! Put up a three and drilled it. The time wasn't going down. She was just listening to the crowd, trying to counter down early, and she gets it anyways. 13-11. Here's Satuala on the other end. Step back two. No good. And rebound fought for, won by Murdoch. Kick out back to Malika. She's going to go cross court and almost through the hands of Nelson, but she's going to corral it. Here's Johnson up top. Right side Murdoch. College three, no good. And they're just going to let that ball go out of bounds, so it will be Maple Mountain basketball. Coming off of that crazy three from Bailey, as she just hoisted that thing up, and it was nothing but net. And she was telling her coach, I was just listening to the crowd. But that just shows you she can really hit from anywhere and at any time. Very dangerous player is number 23. Here's Brown, dribbling left side, guarded closely by Murdoch. She's going to bring it back out top, trying to find Bailey. They do. She's guarded by Nelson. She's met with that double team off the screen. Now she's going to kick back, and it's picked off. Who else but Satuala? Satuala driving to the rim. A blocking foul called down low. And that's going to go against Ashlyn Lanehart. That's her first personal, as well as the team's first here of the second. They will call it a shooting foul, so that will send Satuala to the line. Another top scorer in the state as she makes the first free throw. She ranks 8th in the state of Utah, 21.3 points per game. She ranks top 15 in the 5A division in rebounds a contest as well at 7.7. She has 7 double-doubles on the year. And you can just see how active she is on both sides of the floor. As she goes 2 for 2 from the line, Redhawks lead at 15-11. Brown calling out the play, still trying to find Bailey, and Nelson is just on her like Elmer's glue. And Jones going to swing it around, now going to drive inside, tries to kick out. Here's Lanehart, back out to Bailey, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bailey's got to make magic again, floater up, and too strong, no good. And an over-the-back foul is going to be called against Maple Mountain. That will be the second team foul here of the second quarter. And Bailey's going to pick up her first personal. That's one player you cannot live without if you're Maple Mountain, so you have to think. She's going to play, obviously, with a lot of effort, but she's going to play cautiously as to not foul. Down low, Johnson, kick out, stolen. Nice interception by Lanehart, who finds Brown in transition near side. Cross-court pass, Bailey. Thought about that deep three. And now she'll kick out in the corner to Jones. Jones is going to drive, floater up, no good. Rebound out to Satuala. Redhawks have numbers. Here goes Bountiful all the way to the coast and in. Brenna Castleton gets her 2 points out in the open. 17-11 our score. Bountiful leads. Bailey, once again being closely guarded by Nelson. She kicks out to Lanehart for a three. It's no good. And the ball's just going to go right out of bounds. Back over to Bountiful. And both of these defenses playing well early on. Let's see who can step up for the entirety of the game. Redhawks looking to increase that lead. Down low, here's Clark, up and no good for two from just outside. Here's Bailey in transition. Thought about cutting it for a second, but now she's gonna bring it out on top. Gets a screen from Palmer, right to left, and they're gonna call an illegal screen against Sarah Palmer. They said she shuffled her feet. So that's now 3 team fouls for Maple Mountain here in the second quarter. So free throws could play a factor here in the first half. Typically, Maple Mountain averages just under 11 turnovers per game. Almost intercepted that time by Maple Mountain, actually twice. And now they're going to say it was last touch by Bountiful, so it is going to be a turnover. And as just mentioned, this defense is playing very well on both ends. Each team showed up to play to stop the other team from scoring. Here's Jones, moving right side. Ball from deep, no good off back iron. Rebound out to Castleton, but the ball is on the deck. Maple Mountain gets it right back. They've got numbers, and layup no good down low, but it's going to be a foul called as Jemima Griffin went up for 2, couldn't get it, but she's going to head to the free throw line for 2. And that'll be the first team foul against Bountiful here in the second. As a team, the Golden Eagles shoot 64% from the line. As Griffin goes up, and first one rattles out. The 6'2" sophomore averaging just over 2 points per game. Wearing those awesome pink shoes. Easy to spot. Looking to go 1 for 2, and does. Tickles the twine. 17-12 our scores. We're just about halfway here through this second quarter. So here's Nelson, left side. Satuala trying to get it down low. Oh, and great footwork. But the layup doesn't convert that time for Clark. But it's going to stay here with Bountiful. Substitution coming in as Clark is going to check out, and Johnson coming in. And they leave Stevenson wide open for 3. And that's 2 made threes now here in the first half for Adelaide. Lead up to 8 now for the Redhawks. Here comes Maple Mountain the other direction, blocked by Satuala. Jones kicks it back out. Here's Ball. She's gonna drive, and she steps out of bounds in doing so. Redhawks got some momentum right now. And no one covered Adelaide Stevenson on that last offensive possession. That's now her second three-pointer here in the first half. She's got the basketball at the logo. Bounce pass right, Johnson. Over to Nelson, far side, gets a screen left. She'll take a deep 3. No good. And rebound out to Ball, blocking foul called against Stevenson. That'll be the second team foul here in the second. Jones moving left side with Lanehart. Guarded closely by Nelson. And Nelson's just got that excellent footwork outside the perimeter. Ball thought about driving, now she kicks out. Jones with a floater. Leaves it off right iron. Rebound out to Nelson. Nelson trying to push in half court. Finds Johnson for an open layup. It misses, but she's fouled, so she'll head to the free throw line for 2 opportunities from the charity stripe. So that's the 4th team foul now against Maple Mountain. Here in the second, one more will put Bountiful in the bonus. As the first free throw is up and no good. Too strong that time from Johnson. The 5'10 senior forward, averaging just over 8 points per game. Very efficient from the floor, over 50% from anywhere on the court. And averaging over 5 rebounds a game as well. She goes 1 for 2 to make it a 9-point game. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Maple Mountain's got to come up with something here. And it's almost picked off by Stevenson. It is. Here she goes on the open floor. And they're going to say she's fouled by Bailey, as Bailey was trying to follow her in pursuit after the steal. And a great job by Stevenson to stay active, go up, and that's close. Bailey with a great effort there to go for the basketball. That's her second personal, and that's also the team's 5th here in the second, as the first free throw is no good. So Stevenson now looking to go 1 for 2. But Bailey's got to watch out with those 2 personal fouls. Second free throw, up and in. 10-point ball game. And we're going to have a reset here. I believe it's the clock is what they're looking at. And another reset. We weren't ready yet. So let's see what the refs tell the scores table. So we'll have 33 seconds on the shot clock, 2:20 left in the game. Maple Mountain dribbling right side. It's Brown. Looking to find Bailey out of a backdoor screen. She finds her. Bailey's on the switch. She's going to drive baseline. Great cut. Beautiful find in the corner. And they're going to say she was out of bounds. Oh, and that's brutal. The three-pointer was up and in, but she didn't watch her feet. And that is a big turnover. That was a great drop, though, in the half court. Just couldn't get it to go. And another turnover for Maple Mountain. Satuala, left side. Kick out, Stevenson. Try to get down low to Johnson. They're going to call a foul down low on the floor, so that will send Bountiful back to the free throw line for 2. And the refs ready to inbound this ball baseline, and Coach Burton trying to yell free throws. And refs able to hear, so now we're at the line. It's going to be Johnson once again. Trying to have a different trip this time and go perfect as she nails the first. And biggest lead for Bountiful now at 23-12. Palmer checking back in for Griffin. And Lanehart coming back in for Jones. Second free throw rattles in as well. 24-12 our score, under 2 to go here in the first half, as Golden Eagles look to push. Here's Brown, driving left, gets a screen from Palmer. Nelson almost picks it off on the handoff. Back up top with ball going right. And they're just trying to find Bailey with this basketball. She's got it near side. Met with the double team. She's going to drive, kick out. Three-pointer up and short. Rebound out to Stevenson. Adelaide driving. Kicks it out. Satuala is going to take a college three. No good. And rebound out to Lanehart. Here's Bailey back to Lanehart. Maple Mountain's got numbers for just a second with the double team on Bailey, who's got the basketball once more. Oh, and a great cut, but it's picked off by Stevenson. And Maple Mountain then steals it right back, almost steps out of bounds, and then they do. And Taisley was just so close to taking that thing to the rack, but just couldn't stop her momentum from falling out of bounds near half court. Under a minute to go now here in the second quarter. Redhawks with the basketball. Here's Satuala at the logo. Left side now, Castleton. Johnson driving to the rack. And she's going to be stripped as she went up for the shot, so it'll stay here with Bountiful. Nelson looking to inbound. About a 17-second difference between shot and game clock. She finds Satuala. Top of the key three. Bang! Great shot from Malika Satuala as the lead blows up to 15. Bailey with the basketball, shot clock turned off. Back over to Brown. Golden Eagles want the last say here. And a bucket here would be huge heading into the locker room. There's Nelson with that great defense against Bailey. She hands off Brown, left side, under 10 to go. Maple Mountain's got to get something. Brown's going to drive, and a foul's going to be called against Bountiful. 4.6 left on the timer.
Number 11. Malika Satuala picks up her second.
And that's Satuala's second personal.
And for Bountiful, number 10.
And they will send Malika out just to avoid her getting a third foul with a few seconds left in that first half. So Murdoch's going to check in. Box formation baseline for Maple Mountain. Bailey inbounds to Palmer. She's got it. And here's Taisley. She's got to take a shot and doesn't look at the timer, doesn't get one off. And that will do it for the first half as the Redhawks are in complete control as we head into the break as they lead it 27-12 on KSL Sports Rewind as Satuala able to hit a three as we head into the break. Welcome back to the John M. Huntsman Center as the Redhawks lead the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 27-12 as we head into the second half. A couple stats to know from that first half as we head into the second. Maple Mountain just not great offensively overall, probably due to the great defense led by that team you're seeing on your screen right there in Bountiful, as they forced 9 turnovers by Maple Mountain, where they average 10 a game. And we're only 2 quarters through. Golden Eagles also shooting only 21% from the floor, and their last made field goal was 30 seconds into that second quarter. So with 7.5 minutes left in the first half, that was the last time Maple Mountain made a basket in live play. Malika Satuala, our leading scorer today, with 11 points, followed by Leah Bailey for Maple Mountain with 7. And back on Bountiful, it's also Adelaide Stevenson with 7 points as well. So Bountiful now moving left to right on your screen, looking to increase their lead. It's their largest they've had at 15. Satuala splitting the double team, going up to the rack and fouled on her layup attempt. So she'll head to the line for 2 to try and increase her game high.
Maple Mountain foul number 44.
In that first half, Malika had a block, 3 steals, and an assist, as well as a rebound as that first free throw goes through. She was just active on all sides of the floor, and you can see why. She is one of the top players in the entire state of Utah, and why so frequently she gets double-doubles as she goes 2 for 2 from the line to bring the lead up to 17 now. Leah Bailey brings it across. That's a player Maple Mountain will want to get involved. She was hot early on in that first quarter, but they just couldn't find her in that second. Here's Lanehart driving in the middle, picks up her dribble at the left block, kicks it back out. And, oh, beautiful play as Palmer's wide open for 2 on the pick and roll. And that's a great start you want to see if you're Maple Mountain. Now it comes up to the defense to come up with some big plays, maybe force some turnovers. Far side Stevenson looking to drive, kick it back out Malika. Cross-court pass, 3-pointer up, and through! Nice shot that time by Brenna Castleton, as now the lead is up to 18. Here's Brown to Palmer. Back to Brown, floater up, no good from mid-range. Satuala with the rebound. Oh, behind the back to avoid the steal. The crowd oohs and ahs. Castleton to Johnson, to Stevenson, to Nelson, who makes the downtown shot. And Bountiful is picking up right where they left off, 35-14. And the Golden Eagles are going to have to come up with something quick. Here's Bailey, left side. And she's met with that double team once again off the screen. Nice cut back left. Brown for three. Great answer as she tickles the twine from outside. And a 5-second violation on the inbound as Maple Mountain forces a turnover. And they have a chance to cut into this lead once more. Box formation for the Golden Eagles, looking to get it in. Still looking to get it in. They find Bailey in the corner. She'll pick and pop. And hit! Leah Bailey able to help Maple Mountain go on a 6-0 run. Oh, almost gets the steal in transition. Can Bountiful save it in? They throw right back to Bailey, who gives it to Brown. Back to Bailey, kick out. Brown for three. No good. Excuse me, that was Jones that tried to hit from downtown. 35-20 our score. And a 10-second call. Nelson didn't bring it across half court in time. So right as the Redhawks were just a steam train, they're starting to force a couple turnovers on their own. And they're giving the Golden Eagles an opportunity right here. Jones able to get it in as she recollects the pass. And she's going to drive right. Nelson hit the deck. Palmer's got the ball left side. One-on-one kick out Jones. And Jones almost loses the basketball. Nelson tried to steal it away. Here's Lanehart from deep. No good, and a foul's going to be called over the back against Palmer. And she's going to check out as Griffin comes in her stead. That's the second team foul for Maple Mountain here in the third. Golden Eagles going to pick up a press. Satuala able to break. Great pass to Stevenson, but bobbles the pass, and she just throws it away to avoid the travel. Are the Golden Eagles going to push right here? Here's Brown, dribbling left side. Lanehart from deep. No good. Johnson with a nice rebound. And here's Nelson looking to go coast to coast. Weaving her way through, and a traveling violation called as she was met with some great defense down low in the paint. Timeout called by Bountiful as they want to reset. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. They lead at 35-20 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Back at the John M. Huntsman Center as Bountiful started off the third quarter with a couple three-pointers, looking great on offense, but Maple Mountain staying chippy as they trail by 15 and have the basketball. But they give it right back to Satuala, who runs right to the rim and lays it up and in for two. Great response by the Redhawks when they faced a little bit of adversity. Back up by 17. And here's a layup on the other end as Jones looked to go coast to coast, and she's fouled. So she will head to the free throw line for two opportunities. Johnson picks up her first personal as well as the team's first here in the third. And that will send the 5'8 junior, Autumn Jones, to the line for two. Averages over 8 points per game this season as she makes the first. She ranks top 14 in the 5A division in assists per contest at 3.2. And very efficient from the floor, shooting 47% on the year and averaging over 4 rebounds a game. A very active guard who's going to have another year under her belt after this postseason run. And she misses the second. Here's Johnson with the rebound, pushing it in transition. Now she's going to stop and set things up in the half court. Satuala far side. Now up top, Stevenson. Handoff Nelson. Satuala off the screen, mid-range jumper, no good. Johnson with an offensive rebound. Looks to kick it out and finds Satuala. She'll take a deep three, no good. But another offensive rebound, this time collected by Stevenson in the corner. Back up top to Satuala, try to get down low to Johnson, but it's tipped away. Last touch by Johnson, so it'll head back the other way with Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles sticking with it, even down 16. Here's Lanehart. Back to Jones. Jones moving left to right. Weaving her way through, almost picked off. But able to put a shot up, leaves it short. Nice defense that time by Castleton on the reach and to disrupt the flow. Satuala, nice pass. Stevenson open, 4-2, no good. Lanehart out to Bailey. And a foul is going to be called against Satuala. That's going to be her third personal. So Satuala is going to check out with those 3 fouls. And it will be Peyton Orchard in for the Braves. Lanehart gets it into Jones. She's going to bring it across. Bailey trying to find some space against Stevenson, but can't find it right now. Trapped in a one-on-one. Lanehart kick it out. Oh, deep 3 in the corner. Leaves it short. No good that time by Taisley Ball. Bountiful recollects. On the move, Stevenson trying to find Nelson in the corner, but pass soars just a little bit too high, and it's another turnover for the Redhawks.
In for Mapleton, number 2, Shea Brown. For Bountiful 10, Miley Murdoch.
So Lanehart's going to bring it across. Finds Brown, back over to Bailey left side. Leah's got to get going here. She's met with that great defense by Nelson. Bailey, spin move out of it. Drive, kick out, Lanehart for 3. No good. Rebound, out to Ball. Ball thought about popping it from deep. Instead, it's Brown driving, kick out Lanehart. Here's Bailey in the corner once more. She's got that one-on-one with Nelson. She's going to go for it and leaves it short. Rebound being fought for. Murdoch's going for it. And she's going to win it. That foul is going to go against Brown. And that's the team's third personal here in the third quarter. Nelson collects the inbound. And that ball's picked out, and it's going to be last touch by Nelson. So the Golden Eagles have the basketball on their own side of the floor. They're going to inbound it right in front of their bench. Bailey set to inbound. And we're going to have a late substitution as Stevenson is going to check in. She's going to substitute Orchard. Bailey looking to find a teammate. She finds Brown. Back over to Bailey. Met in that one-on-one with Stevenson. Looking to find a screen. Instead, she's going to, now she will take it. She's met with that double team. And a reach-in foul called against the Redhawks. They are just hounding number 23, trying to stop her at all costs from shooting the basketball. And you can see why, as a player that averages over 20 points per game for a team that averages a little bit less than 60. So she's a large majority of the offensive production. And you can see why she cuts to the rim, and she'll get a blocking foul as the layup falls a little bit too strong. So she's going to head to the charity stripe for 2 free throws. As a team, Maple Mountain averaging 64% from the line. And this is just some great junior play here in this contest. Both of these stars in Bailey and Nelson are going to be playing next year. As Bailey makes the first, looking to go 2 for 2, and does. 14-point game. Maple Mountain not out of it. They're picking up that full court press, and a foul is going to be called. And that will go against Autumn Jones. So that'll be the 4th team foul with 2 minutes to go here in the third. One more will put Bountiful in the bonus. Stevenson collects the inbound play. Nice right to left as she moves past Jones. Goes all the way to the rack, but leaves it too strong. Johnson with a nice rebound. Back out Castleton. She goes up for the layup, and she's fouled. And for the remainder of the quarter, Bountiful will be in the bonus. That foul will go against Jones. So 2 quick fouls for Autumn. And Brenna Castleton, the 5'10 junior guard, now at the line for two. First free throw up and in. She averages 44% on the year from the floor, over 5 rebounds a game, almost 2 steals a game, and a block a game as well. And she goes 2 for 2 from the line. Critical piece of that starting lineup, as the lead is back up to 16. 39-23 our score, under 2 to go in the third. Bailey looking to move right, hand off, Brown. Brown's gonna go, nice pass down low to Jemima, who is blocked down low. Nice defensive play by Johnson. And here's Nelson, weaving her way through that defense, trying to find Stevenson down low, but it's stolen. Here's Brown the other direction. She's gonna hand off Bailey. Bailey with a nice fake, and then goes in for an easy 2. She made it look like she was about to pop a transition 3, but instead it's a layup that cuts the lead back down to 14. Stevenson to Castleton, now in the corner with Murdoch. Back to Castleton, down low Johnson, kick out. Stevenson for 3, bullseye! Adelaide Stevenson with yet another 3-pointer in today's game. Lead back up to 17 for the Redhawks. Brown has it right side, almost picked off by Nelson. Instead, she's going to hand off Griffin in the corner. Back out to Brown, who leaves it at the logo for Ball. Left side, Bailey. Bailey's going to drive left. Kick out in the corner. Jones back to Ball. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Maple Mountain's got to get something here. Jones gets a screen left. 3-pointer up and no good. Rebound out to Murdoch. Shot clock turned off. Bountiful's going to want to hold. Stevenson has it. Over to Nelson. 5 seconds to go. Nelson, deep 3. No good. And Jones is just going to heave it at the buzzer, as Bountiful just 8 minutes away from advancing to the semifinals as they lead at 42-25 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Back at the John M. Huntsman Center as we get ready for fourth quarter action between Bountiful and Maple Mountain, and it's been all Redhawks in this one, very much looking like the 2 seed they came in here with, as Coach Burton and his players looking to make their 4th straight state championship. That'd be cool if it was a national championship. Maple Mountain's going to start with the basketball here on the near sideline. Brown looking to inbound, finds Jones. Jones will bring it across. The Golden Eagles fresh off their upset against Olympus on the road as Bailey pops up a 3 and hits. Great start for Maple Mountain here in the 4th, as Leah Bailey doing what she does best, and that's make 3-pointers. Best 3-point shooter in the entire state as Satuala tries to answer on the other end but can't make the layup. Here's Jones. Right side, Lanehart. Lanehart's gonna drive. Picks up her dribble, gotta get it out. She finds Brown. Brown's gonna drive, kick out, Lanehart for 3. Oh, rattles in and out. Fight for the rebound, won by Murdoch. And Nelson's gonna collect as she brings it across. She's met with a double team at half court. That's gonna be close to a steal, and it is. Last touch by Nelson as Maple Mountain tried to rip it off her hands. So the Golden Eagles with some golden opportunities. Bailey inbound to Brown. Shea's got it. Back to Bailey. And this is the player that's going to have to go off here in the 4th. Bailey, sidestep 3, short. Rebound out to Murdoch. And here's Nelson. Oh, and it's a back and forth as Nelson went back to Satuala before she crossed half court. And that is another killer turnover as Nelson's going to check out. And Coach Burton stopping Nelson before she goes and sits down. Try and coach her through as Bailey's going to inbound this one once again for Maple Mountain. They've got opportunities and they're trying to shoot it from deep. They find Brown near half court. Left side Jones looking to get a screen from Palmer. Jones is going to drive, kick out Lanehart. Here's Bailey, met with that double team. Oh, and she's going to hit a mid-range jumper that falls short. Satuala with the rebound and a blocking foul called against Brown. First team foul here of the final period.
First team foul in the fourth.
Maple Mountain going to stick with that full court press. They find Satuala. Back, right side. Castleton to Stevenson on the far side. And Maple Mountain sticking with that defense as Stevenson pops up another three and hits. Adelaide Stevenson has been on fire from the perimeter. And Bountiful brings the lead back up to 17. Here's Bailey getting a screen outside. And a foul is going to be called against Stevenson on the defensive side. First team foul against Bountiful here in the fourth. Bailey looking to inbound, find Palmer. Bailey back for a three, leaves it short, rebound out to Satuala. And Malika's going to slow things down. Goes left side Murdoch. Down with Johnson, far side baseline. She's going to dribble it in. Oh, nice move. Leaves it too strong, but Satuala goes up and is fouled on her two-point attempt. So she'll head to the charity stripe for two free throws. Satuala having an excellent game here in this quarterfinal matchup. And a reminder that if Bountiful sticks out to win this one, they will face West in the semifinals on Thursday later this week on this exact same floor here at the Huntsman. Satuala looking to hit on the second and it rattles in. Lead back up to 18. And here's Bailey on the far side. Oh, she'll pick and pop. No good off back iron. Rebound out to Murdoch, but then stolen away by Griffin. Layup short. And it's going to be taken finally by Murdoch. Stevenson looking to go to Satuala. Beautiful pass and a beautiful finish. And the foul. Malika Satuala putting her stamp on this quarterfinal matchup as the lead back up to 18 for the Redhawks. Malika Satuala making her living near the basket. And we've got a full timeout taken on the floor. We'll take it with him as Bountiful leads it by 20, 48-28 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Both teams breaking out of the huddle as we get ready for the final 5 minutes of action here in this quarterfinal matchup at the Huntsman Center. Maple Mountain putting up a good fight against this number 2 seed Red Hawk team, who are also red hot, as Satuala back at the line trying to convert on her and one opportunity. Free throw up and through. And now Bountiful with their biggest lead of the night at 49-28. 5 minutes to go here in the final period. Nice backdoor cut by Bailey. She goes up for a layup and she'll be fouled. And even with the score being what it is, Leah Bailey just really showing you why she is one of the top scorers in the state. Trying to find every opportunity to give her team some points on the board. And she's put up some great shots here tonight. Free throw up and through. And a reminder, these two teams met earlier this season on December 9th. And it was actually Maple Mountain that only came up 5 points short. So a very different game than what it was before, as it's now a 19-point game with 5 minutes to go. Stevenson's going to check out as Nelson comes back in. She's got the ball in the corner. Maple Mountain looking to trap. Ball finds its way close to out of bounds. And a timeout called on the floor to avoid a turnover. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. As mentioned before, Coach Burton in his 18th year, and he's looking to make another addition to the trophy case, 4 straight state championships. And that's a mark you can put as the beginning of a legacy. Coach Burton to make that the case. His first state championship came 10 years ago in 2016, and then back in 2023 was the start of what could be a four-peat. And all the way through, his teams have been dominant. Maple Mountain has yet to win their first state championship. And barring a miraculous comeback, that might have to wait another year. But Bailey is just a star in the making, and one of those players it is just fun to watch on the offensive side of the ball. So Nelson will inbound as Murdoch brings it across, guarded closely this time by Lanehart. Nice cut down low by Murdoch, but the ball's tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Golden Eagles, so it'll stay here with the Redhawks. Bountiful inbounds. And Castleton in the corner. Oh, Satuala behind the basket. Couldn't get the layup to go, but the putback, oh, also short. Johnson trying to go up, and she'll be fouled. And this Bountiful team is showing you why. They are just nasty underneath the basket, averaging just about 30 rebounds per game. And with how many turnovers they force on the other end, they just give themselves look after look as Johnson goes 1 for 1. Looking to go 2 for 2 and leaves it short, but Satual with an offensive rebound and kicks off the glass for an extra deuce. And there is just no quit in this Red Hawk team, and you can see why they are ready to four-peat. Deep three up and no good. Missed that time from Lanehart. Here comes Bountiful in transition. Satuala moving left to right. Kick out for three. Nelson rims out. Lanehart fighting for that rebound, and she's got it. Looking to go coast to coast, and now she's going to stop in the half court, but Satuala picks it off. And there she goes, coast to coast for two. Satuala having an excellent game here in the quarters as Bailey tries to answer on the other end, but leaves it short, and the steam is running out for Maple Mountain. Here's Satuala, far side. They're going to slow things down in the half court and drain this clock. Down low, Johnson. Johnson's going to drive. Layup, no good. Tries to fight for her own rebound, puts it back up, and leaves it short as she falls to the ground. Here's Ball, left to right, as she weaves her way through, out in the corner. Back out to Ball. And now here's Bailey. Up top, 3 minutes to go. Kick to Brown. And Lanehart, another deep three, hits! Lanehart with a nice shot from downtown as we hit the under 3 mark. Here's Satuala, coast to coast, and she'll be fouled. Heading to the line for another 2 free throws. So it is a blocking foul that will send Satuala to the line for 2 more. Timeout called on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout, but we'll take it with them. We'll be right back with the final 3 minutes of action here on KSL Sports Rewind. Redhawks just 2 minutes and 54 seconds away from advancing to the semifinals, as Satuala has led them to an excellent game here tonight. She has answered the call to be the team's leading scorer once more. First free throw up and no good off back iron from Malika. But that is no matter. She has been an absolute dominant force on the offensive end and the defensive end. She got started off in this game with 2 quick steals, and she goes 1 for 2 from the line to bring the lead up to 22. Here's Brown up top looking to get a screen from Palmer. Kick out, ball, step back 3, didn't take it. Back over the other way with Lanehart. She'll take another deep 3, leaves it off the right side, and no one touched it, so it's last touch by the Golden Eagles. Bountiful with the basketball. Here's Satuala. Over to Nelson, who brings it across half court. Nelson's got it. Up top, left side now with Johnson. Back over Stevenson. And they're just going to pass the ball around side as Satuala drives and gets it off the window again for another 2. And it's all number 11 here tonight, folks. And Satuala with a steal. She's in the open floor, and she takes it coast to coast to add to her already impressive total. Just dominance that does not end. Here's Bailey. And a kick back out to Ball. Ball's going to drive right side. Kick out, Lanehart. Lanehart looking to take a screen left. Now back left side. Kick out. Under 5 to go on the shot clock. Ball's going to drive. Jumper up and in. And here's Satuala slowing things down in the half court. Murdoch takes a screen left. Cross court pass. Stevenson for 3. No good, but Murdoch with an offensive rebound and a foul on the floor that will send her to the line for 2 free throws. Redhawks staying impressive, and they will go above their season average here tonight. First free throw up and in. They average just around 59.5 points per game, and they just surpassed that with their 60th point. And Satuala and Johnson will check out to end an impressive evening. Satuala extremely efficient on both ends of the floor as she leads her team to victory. Murdoch's second free throw rattles out. Rebound out to Bailey. Bailey's going to bring it across with a minute to go. Moves right. She'll take a deep 3 and too strong left side. And it's going to head back the other way as Bountiful sends in more subs. Cadence Kupfer checking in, as well as Morgan Rogers, Ava Clark. Nelson staying in the basketball game as she brings the ball across. Down low to Clark as she goes up for a turnaround jumper, no good. Gilson also back in for the Redhawks as Maple Mountain can't get the jumper to go. Shot clock turned off. So the Redhawks will just bring it across and let the time go out. What an impressive show by this Redhawk team. They are really showing that they are the 2 seed in an impressive win over 10 seed Maple Mountain. The Golden Eagles will finish their season at 16-10, and an impressive run after they got a nice solid win over Salem Hills in the first round, an upset over Olympus in the second. But Bountiful moving on to the semis, and they're going to face West in a very anticipated 2-3 matchup on Thursday morning. It's Bountiful getting the job done and getting it done easy, as we see this bracket slowly evolve. And as you see there, Bountiful and West set to face off in the semis. We've got a couple more good quarters coming up for you, though. Pleasant Grove and Springville and Fremont and Alta coming up for you later on tonight here on KSL Sports Rewind. Well, for the crew, I'm Nate Thatcher. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this edition of the Quarters here on KSL Sports Rewind. And stick around here for the next two matchups here at the John M. Huntsman Center.